this self-rising white lily flour.
Okay, is there anything else in it?
Nothing else. It's self-rising.
Okay.
And this is Crisco.
All right.
You can use any kind of shortening, as long as it's good shortening.
Okay.
And this is buttermilk.
Buttermilk. Okay.
Buttermilk. And I put it in just a little bit.
Okay.
And I work that with the flour. You see, I'm working it real good and fine.
Okay.
And I'll work it and gradually have a little bit of flour mixing in with it as I work it. I want to get all the lumps and make it kind of smooth, like you're starting with pastry.
Okay.
And then you'll add a little bit more. And then you start feeling with the little lumps of Crisco and make sure.
I'm going to turn that TV off while you're doing that.
Just turn it down where you. Now I've got all the lumps out. I'm ready to
Add a little more.
add the milk now. And I'll do just as little as I can to touch it.
Now, how much?
Usually around a cup.
That was about a cup of milk.
Yeah.
And how much
And
shortening? About the same.
Yeah, about a cup. And you don't mess with the self-rising flour is a very fine flour. And if you want light biscuits, you don't mess with them a lot. The trouble of it is most people that makes country biscuits messes with them too, works the bread too much. Then you get all the extra off of your fingers so you can turn it. Okay. Then you take flour in your fingers and you turn it a time or two. Very gentle. In the meantime, the stove has to get on 500 degrees, 475 to 5, and I've already got it ready to go for them to go in. Now it's ready to, I got to wash my hands and make the biscuits.
Okay. What you've done here is you've greased this pan.
Yeah, with Crisco.
Okay.
Or shortening. You can use lard or anything. Lard makes good biscuits, but they're not as healthy.
Okay.
Now I'm ready to.
Let me see here. All right. So now what are you doing?
I'm making out the biscuits now.
Okay.
You pick up a little and you don't mess with them too much, but you try to smooth the top. With country biscuits, it's hard to keep them smooth like city biscuits. But it can be done. All young brides years ago, their mamas always bought them one of these. That's the first thing they bought. Miss Geddes, that's the first thing she bought me was this.
And what's that called? It's just a
bread maker.
A bread making bowl?
Yeah, bread making bowl. Everybody lived on biscuits. Nobody never bought nothing once in a while for sandwiches if they could afford it, but everybody lived on biscuits. These have the best taste whenever you get them out while they're hot. They just, you got to have that stove hot and ready, and you got to be ready to eat.
Okay.
You got to be ready to eat, because these is at their best when they're the hottest. I remember when you was little, you picked up one and your mother's sitting out there. She said, "Does it come up to my biscuits?" You looked at her and grinned. She said, "You know better." Granny called them cat heads. Her biscuits she called cat heads. Got the hammer. That's honey cured ham cooking. Evelyn brought. to look at the top. Country biscuits are bad to crack on the top. For all that preservative in ball biscuits keeps it from it. Now, you can take them, put them in the oven for me.
Okay.
Put them in the middle of that. Screws come out of that boiling pot, but it don't hurt. I've been cooking with them. I made biscuits twice last week.
So which rack does it go in?
Right here.
Just the middle?
Yeah.
Horizontal.
There's a little,
Okay.
little trigger in there, the middle place.
All right.
Now then, watch them out. I'll get this and clean this up. Get my sifter. And sift it and get ready for the next batch. Or to work with the fried chicken, see. I can batter this now, this flour here, the batter's good with fried chicken. You just put it down in there and
Oh, wait a minute. So what you do now is after you're done, you got to get the lumps out of it?
Yeah, and the moisture.
So you just go in and you sift it?
Yeah, like this. This old-fashioned sifter. This was given to me in the January of the 1st of January, 45.
Wow. Let me
That's
see
how-
what's in there. Oh, your lumps. Okay.
Uh-huh. I always have to clean the floor when I make biscuits or cook chicken. Now that's ready to make biscuits again. I'll put a little more flour and sift it, but it's ready now to
So you've used that same bowl.
since the first year of 40, just 45
So
was
you've
started.
had that thing for over 60 years.
60-something
And
years.
you've made all your biscuits in that
Yes,
same
sir.
bowl.
Miss Geddes bought every one of the kids one till they married.
Let's zoom in and look at that thing. There you go.
Solid wood. I scrape it out once in a while and scrape it out. Of course, it gets right back sticking, and I don't. Mama always believed in cleaning them more often.
So they're ready.
Let me take them up with you. Let's see what. Everything's off now. Okay. Here we are.
Oh, those look good. All right.
David, as soon as you get cool enough, you take one while it's hot. As soon as you can put it in your mouth. These are real tender now. You don't need to butter them. They got so much good stuff in them. You don't have to butter these. They're not brown. They didn't brown good on the bottom.
That's all right.
That's on account of this thick.
Yeah, it's real thick.
Yeah, but I'd rather them be like that than not be, and to be burned on the bottom. But that one's brown a little. I'll just put this aside. Okay, let's see.
All